Today on Suncoast View, Florida is recovering for Hurricane Michael and the red tide outbreak. But will tourism recover? We'll discuss.
Unemployment is down, but employers' hiring stress is up. We will learn about an upcoming conference that will unite young Suncoast professionals with businesses looking for talent.
And our studio is filled with the sounds of doo-wop music from a new show at the Florida Studio Theater. Come sing along to these classics with us. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Nikki Logan Curran from the Scout Guide, which we are so excited to see.
I know, it comes out in March. I'm really excited.
Good.
We've been doing photo shoots all week, and we'll continue to do that for what seems like forever.
You look fabulous. I love your earrings. I'm sorry, I'm so taken.
Look at this.
Aren't they fun?
Wow.
I love all things feathers and pom-poms.
Yes,
no
and they match.
secret.
They're very you. I love it.
Thanks.
Very fun. And you've been doing some events, I know, to get ready for the Scout Guide. Tell us about cocktails and conversations, two of my favorite things.
Well, me too. But you know,
Yeah.
so many networking type events are really stuffy with people giving you business cards that you leave in your car and then eventually recycle. We all know this. So we do quarterly cocktails and conversations with our Scout Guide members, and then sometimes we bring members of the public, which this time we are. So it's on November 7th, and it's with Dr. Christina Captain of Family Healing Center, but Dr. Ruth Rojas, who's a dermatologist. A couple of them are speaking, but it's not really about what they do. It's why they're excited to go to work every day. So it's kind of the people behind the brands and
That's
just
nice.
having fun.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's very you, too. Like, I like that you're bringing that to the Scout Guide. That's awesome.
Well, just getting to know the people behind the businesses that we hear about all the time. I mean, the people are sometimes more interesting. I care more about what the people are like than necessarily what they do.
Yeah, and
So.
that's what brings you to brand loyalty and creating those ambassadors
Absolutely.
in the community. So it's fun. I love every second
What
of it.
a
I really
great
do.
idea.
Good. Well, we look forward to that. We'll have apparently some cocktails and conversations of our
we'll
own
do a
today,
recap.
which I could certainly look forward to because I heard the pop of something I like the sound of in the kitchen.
That's right.
Let's see who's in our Rice's Appliance kitchen today. We welcome back Chef Sheila from Social Eatery and Bar. What goes pop in the kitchen?
Well, it was pretty early in the morning, so I thought we might all need a little help. So we did bring a couple representatives of our famous Sunday brunch, our Prosecco and Mimosa, and our Endless Bloody Mary bar.
You had
we have
Joey at
something.
Prosecco.
And Bloody Mary. I don't know what to do.
Tell us what we are making in the kitchen today.
Today we're going to make a 36-hour sous vide pork belly with edamame. So I brought the sous vide. We'll just be finishing it, and I'll get to taste the final product.
So we won't have to wait 3 days.
No.
We're in the last
Not
hour.
for you.
We're in the, 37th hour then.
Exactly. I can't wait to talk about sous vide, and I love the fact that you've got your setup in a cooler because it doesn't have to be some fancy schmancy chef thing.
No.
You can plop them in anything. I'm determined to have people understand this because it is the coolest method of cooking, and people think it's all scary.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
don't
not.
understand it, but I've been impressed by everything that's come out of it. So,
Oh, you would like this. It's foolproof.
And it sounds fancy, but it's so easy.
It is so easy.
So easy.
So easy. Linda, we're going to teach
I
you a lot
had rather
today.
buy it from her. Thank you very much.
And that is okay because Linda,
Yes.
Linda is very busy. In fact, Linda is so busy, she had a packed house yesterday for a speech to some very important people. Tell us what you did.
Well, this was a Women's Health Symposium. Doctors Hospital put it on. There were more than 350 people there, ladies, and we had, I think it was maybe 8 female doctors to answer questions that they say were the most asked for them. And then the ladies got to ask questions, and it was all about women's health.
Yeah.
I learned so much. I was writing on my hand trying to remember. I know one thing, DASH diet was said to be the best diet to be on, the healthiest for women, and all these questions that you wanted to ask about gynecology that you never really got around to asking. So it was an amazing event, and everybody went away saying they'd learned so much. And to all the ladies out there who said they watched Suncoast View, hi ladies.
I love that that was an environment where it was okay to ask questions because sometimes it's intimidating to ask questions one-on-one, but to have, be able to submit them and have them answered to hundreds because we all have the same questions.
Yeah, you know what Monica Yadav, who planned it, said to me? She said, I want it to be just like Suncoast View. So you talk about those subjects that you never dare bring up otherwise.
That'd be fun with 300 people, Joey.
I know. We're going to need a bigger boat.
He can't control 3 of us, so I'm sure he doesn't want to see 300. Well, that was kind of practice for you, Linda, that packed house, a captive audience, because tonight You get the stage all to yourself.
I am so nervous. I have been going, my daughter and I have been going to Les McCurdy's Comedy Boot Camp. And we graduate tonight. We have our big show tonight. We are going to be with our class of 11. Les will open the show and talk. Then we'll each do our comedy routine. Then there'll be a real working comedian after that. But each of us have to do a 5-minute routine. That's my daughter, Kathy, and I. I am terrified. For rehearsal, I came running up and said, hi! And I couldn't think of another word. That has never happened to me.
Oh, I'm excited.
And you and Kathy are separate, right?
Oh, yes. We do not even tell the same kind of jokes. Mine are all about being old. I tried some of them on the ladies yesterday, and they laughed. So that was a good sign.
She's been trying them on everyone, which has been very entertaining.
That's been the best part.
If you stop Linda in the hallway, she's like, hey, did you hear the one about the priest?
She
who
was
went into the-
practicing with somebody on the phone Monday, and I was tapping that our producer. I'm like, she's doing it again. It's been very fun for
At
us.
least I can stop with these jokes once this is over tonight.
You know, Estelle Getty did not launch her career until she was, a little later. So maybe there's a big stand-up career waiting for you as long as you come back tomorrow morning to us.
It's scary. I never thought that, but it's scary. So if I make it through, I'll be back tomorrow.
That's amazing. Well, I know
can't wait
Joey
to
will
hear.
be there cheering you on.
Yes.
Oh my God! Oh, that makes me even more
No,
nervous.
I won't be there as a producer. I'll be there to enjoy. I won't be rapping you or anything. I'm just going to laugh and enjoy.
There's a 2-drink minimum. He'll be perfectly fine.
That's right. That's how they get everyone laughing all
Yes.
the time. Everybody's got a good buzz before
I've got a
anybody
dirty joke, Joe.
Not here.
Oh,
So you'll have to cover your ears.
Rap. Moving on, and that's how she starts every joke. I've got a dirty joke. I'm like, it's 9 a.m., Linda, not yet.
this has been fun. I'm excited.
Give her a Prosecco. We'll see what happens. It is time for our first hot topic. And Florida is not wasting any time reestablishing its vacation status after Hurricane Michael and the red tide outbreak. So Florida is launching a nearly $9 million marketing plan to revitalize tourism and the state's image via Visit Florida. More than $5.1 million of that budget is devoted to the Panhandle, and more than $3.5 million will go to areas like our Suncoast affected by red tide. Is it too soon?
I think yes. And I'm all for the help, but I think yes, because I think we need to kind of see, let's get everybody through this period where
Right.
most people are normally coming to Florida anyway, and wait until, number one, we know red tide is gone, but number two, I think they're going to need it more after this. Am I crazy in that?
No, I'm scared it isn't gone. And what if they
It's
come and
not.
it isn't gone, and then they tell everybody, oh, we went and the place is stinky?
Well, but people have got to get back on their feet.
Yeah.
You know, they lost so much during this, so they've got to have some money now to get back on their feet and to handle the tourists when they come.
I mean, that is a good point, because the promise of a check in 6 months isn't going to help you pay your bills right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like we're all bracing that tourists are coming here anyway, and I'm sure we lost quite a
Right.
few.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to hurt them more next, after we get by the
If we
spring.
do this ramp and the next storm that comes in pushes in another wave of red tide, it's just too early.
Yeah.
And it's not all gone. Sorry, I know I shouldn't say it, but it's
No.
not.
It's not 100% by any means. And nobody knows, and that's the
Right.
thing. You know, nobody definitively as an expert can say, well, this needs to happen before this happens. It's all a waiting game. I'm just afraid that it's too early to encourage everybody back. You know, the owners are coming, the snowbirds, the
Right.
condo owners, they're coming regardless.
Right.
And yes, things are mostly okay, but I just don't want people to have a negative vacation tourism
Especially-
experience and go back north and spread that.
Well, totally, and especially if it's beach oriented. We have a
Right.
very vibrant arts and culture society, a great culinary scene. There's a ton of ways you can enjoy, but if we're putting all our eggs in this beach basket, it
And
could
maybe
totally
Visit Florida
backfire.
will see that. Maybe because we don't know the focus of the campaign per se. It's just to encourage tourism here. Hopefully, and that's a great point, they'll focus on restaurants. They'll focus on the arts. They'll focus on our city and its great surrounding areas and Bradenton, and not just beach.
Because think about if you've gone on a vacation and you had a bad time at a beach, let's say, and
Right.
you might not try again. There are other beaches. You might go, okay, we're going to go to Virginia Beach, or we're going to go to this other beach, and you won't even try us again. So I'm with you.
It helps that we just got top beaches, though, which
Yeah.
I thought they hadn't read the
the
news.
irony.
Like
yeah.
And you know what really shocks people is we don't know when it's going to end. People will say to me, well, the city's just got to do something about this. we're not
It's
used to
such a
not
bigger
knowing
picture than
why
that.
it
Right.
came and not knowing
Absolutely.
what to do or how to get rid of it.
People don't like things where there aren't answers. And
Yes.
sometimes there aren't answers.
Yeah.
Not yet. They're working on it, though. They're working on it. All right, have you ever heard of chicken pox parties? It's kind of an old-fashioned thing where parents get kids together. I did it to expose them to chicken pox to get the virus over with. Well, many thought it went away with the vaccine, which is now required. But now a private Facebook group was found that coaches parents on the best way to throw a chicken pox party. It includes sharing snacks, enclosing kids in a tent, and allowing kids to breathe each other's exhaled breath for 30 minutes. Okay, when I was a kid, we took baths together. That's how I got mine.
yeah.
I am so grossed out.
This is
Yes, me
odd
too.
to me
Okay,
in
the
every way.
CDC says they do not recommend this. It's odd to you? You did not get exposed as a child?
I know I had it as a kid, but I didn't know that this was a thing. I
Oh,
didn't know
it's
that
a thing.
parents. I mean, it makes sense when you say, because you don't want the kid to get chickenpox when they become
As
an
an adult, it's
Yeah,
very
but
dangerous.
in my age, I was invited to a party. My mother took us to the party, my sister and I, and that's what it was for,
Yep.
to get
Did
chicken
you
pox.
know what you were walking into?
No, my
You'd have
mother
been so
didn't know,
mad.
and she was one
she didn't
mad
know?
lady. No, she was
that's
one
different.
because chicken pox can be bad in some cases.
Absolutely.
So it's not fair to do that.
That's what the
I would ask
CDC
my
says.
doctor. I would talk to my doctor
Yeah.
before I did this
I'm-
to a child.
I cannot believe someone bamboozled your poor mother with chicken.
Oh,
Do
if you
have
knew
more
my
than one-
mother, you really wouldn't
Were
do
you
it.
by
Joey's
your-
got chickenpox. Get
Did
Linda
you have
over
siblings
immediately.
there?
Yes, my sister who's 3 years younger. Yes.
That's when I would be mad. Now I have 2 kids with chicken pox.
But you get it over with. It was done purposely to me.
Do you schedule it though? Like, okay,
Oh,
it's
I
a
don't
busy
know.
time
Our
for
best
work.
friends got the chicken pox, and my mom was like, "Go roll around in the grass with them," and I got it. I mean, it
Oh,
worked.
yeah. But it's scary. It's scarring. It can cause problems.
Well,
And
now there's the varicella vaccine. If people, I'm not
Yes.
sure that is state required in Florida. I actually don't think it is. I think it's an option. Don't quote me on that. I would have to look up the legality of whether you have to have it. But that's what
Then
doctors
there's the
say.
second one. There's a second chicken pox
Yes,
shot as well.
yes, there's 2
Yes.
rounds. And that's because, like, my kids have never had the chicken pox, so this new generation doesn't get the chicken pox. They get vaccinated
I
against it.
hope so. Yes.
But it is really dangerous as an adult. And that was the thought 25 years ago. And there are people that don't vaccinate. So,
it's
that's
like,
probably where
you
that
want to come
comes
over
from.
and breathe in my mouth for
That's-
30
yeah, that's
seconds?
gross.
So bizarre.
that is
Totally
horrible.
gross.
That is horrible.
Why it sounds so
know.
gross, but it does.
It
Because you're
sounds
making your
pretty
children
gross.
go through a really bad thing when there's a vaccine.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different conversation. So we're going to let that one rest for today. I've got something
I've
more
had it
fun.
with my daughter-in-law. I know.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, so we all know and love Buddy the Elf from Elf the movie. Well, if that lifestyle suits you, get it, suit? You may want to don the elf suit and head to Finland. You'll need a suit there, it's freezing. A Finnish travel company is hiring full-time elves to spread cheer for the holiday season. So the gig starts with extensive training and only is a 3-month longevity, November to January. But if you see yourself as an entertainer, a guide, and a mythical Christmas creature, this job could be for you. We have the perfect candidate right here. Apparently,
I
Joey
knew.
Panic has been an elf.
No.
And Nikki, I understand that you met Joey during this elfish stage of his
I've
life.
known Joey for a long time, and I don't know if I remember Joey before the elf. Well, maybe, because way back in the original Hub days.
And
but
this is how it started.
You're actually
yeah.
quite a cute
That's
elf
what
in those
Hub
times.
does.
Thanks. That's how most people met me because I was an actor, and when I decided to live here, we launched this campaign of getting people to shop downtown.
Yeah.
for the
You were
holidays.
the holiday elf?
Yeah, and it was all distributed through Facebook before, and that was
Yeah.
that was
my
very
God.
It was
impressive
like-
at the time.
Yes, it was like he's doing Facebook, and he's going to bring joy and kindness
And
all
I would
through
put
our
the
city.
costume on and walk through Whole Foods, walk around downtown, and it was like nothing to me. I was just an actor playing
With
a
the
part.
curly-toed shoes.
Yeah, I was on
Did
ABC
you like
7.
give out candy canes or anything
Oh,
sweet?
sometimes I would have drinks. I would go to the bar and order a drink. Yeah, because I was
It
playing
was
like a
awesome.
naughty elf,
Bad
and we had
example
this
for
whole.
5-year-olds.
You could be the Visit Florida
I
campaign.
knew this would come back
You
sometime to
see?
save me.
Yeah, this could be it. In this day and age, you got to do what you
They
got to
say
do.
everything you do prepares you for something later in life. I
Yes,
guess I know
you
what
could
my
sit on the
purpose
beach
is.
and say, "No dead fish here."
We love our elf. All right, we're going to check out our mid-morning forecast, and we also love our arts, and FST's Unchained Melodies is here.
So we've got a little bit of cloud cover today. It's kind of riding on this general zonal flow from west to east across Gulf waters and into our area. From a mass of clouds back to the west in Texas around a low pressure area developing there. So we have holes in these clouds in places, and we will see this kind of mix of sun and clouds today. A little bit more cloud than we saw yesterday, and tomorrow even more as this system gets a little bit closer to us. It's also going to tap into some moisture from the hurricane that moved onshore in Mexico. Willa continues to drive its moisture toward the northeast and into Texas. For us, we probably will see enough sunshine to boost our temperature today to about 85. A front approaches us tomorrow, and we'll see first a warm front lift north. Tomorrow will be a slightly warmer day with a little bit of cloud cover building in the second half of the day and bringing us a chance of overnight showers on Thursday. Friday, the front moves through and brings us much cooler weather for the weekend. Partly cloudy today, more clouds tomorrow, rain on Friday.
In the 50s and 60s, a new kind of music called doo-wop swept the country. Groups like the Drifters and the Platters hit the tops of the charts with songs like Blue Moon, 16 Candles, and Save the Last Dance. Well, at Florida Studio Theater, their new cabaret show, Unchained Melodies, brings those songs alive again and inspires a whole new generation to fall in love with the music. We welcome Nick Anastasia, a cast member in Unchained Melody. Welcome.
Oh, great to be here, guys. Thank you for having us.
So what a great show. What a great concept. Tell us about the show.
Well, the show takes us basically through all the male harmony groups of the eras past, from the 50s and 60s, and basically through today, kind of. We talk about current male harmony groups, but it takes us on that progression of how these groups were formed and how this music came about, and basically how they influenced everything we listen to today.
And the music, so those tight harmonies in those early songs, explain a little how that's different from regular harmony.
Well, in a song today, or in a lot of music, you have harmonies as kind of a background and just kind of something to fluff it up a little bit. But in our songs, the harmony is what kind of drives everything. The harmony is at the forefront. You hear all four parts. It's very different from just having a background harmony, just kind of supporting things. It's a truly collaborative effort, and that's what's amazing about it.
And it's difficult. And I know, you all, the four actors, you guys have come from different places,
Yeah.
but you're singing together like you've been singing together for years. How do you do that?
Well, it's so funny because we got in the car together the first time. We all looked at each other and we're like, we're all really different. This is really cool, because it could have been easy for them to cast, four similar looking guys, but they truly represent, I think we represent what was that time period and all the different colors and the different types of voices and stuff. So, and it was very cool. And we've been asked a lot. We're like, how much have you guys been singing together? And we're always like, only a month. It's pretty cool how quickly people come together, just music bringing people together.
That is amazing. Well, speaking of your other cast members, you have brought them with you. You're going to give us a little sample of one of the songs. So introduce who's here and tell us what you're about to sing.
Well, right now we've got the entire cast of Unchained Melodies here with us. And below down, where our bass is David Marmanillo over there. We've got our doo-wop doctor, we like to call him, Nathaniel Claridad. He's our baritone. And then we've got our top tenor, Mr. Micah Mims. And me.
And what song are we about to hear?
And tell us what you're going to sing for us.
Oh, you're going to hear Little Darlin' and Under the Boardwalk.
All right, well, you can see Unchained Melodies at Florida Studio Theater, floridastudiotheater.org. It looks like the guys are ready, so from Unchained Melodies, take it away.
She wanny wanny bum 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 bum. She wanny wanny bum 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 bum. She wanny wanny bum 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 bum. She wanny wanny 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 bum bum. She wanny wanny bum bum. She wanny wanny bum bum bum. She wanny know well that my lover was just for you only.
Ladies, here comes the smooth-spoken solo. My darling, I need you to call my own and never do wrong, to hold in mind your little hand. I'll know too soon that all is so grand. Please hold my hand.
She wanny wanny bum bum bum. Ba da da. My lover. She wanny wanny bum bum bum. She wanny wanny bum bum bum. She wanny wanny bum hoopa 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 Noah Wella. That's my lover. Wasn't just for you only.
See Unchained Melodies at the Cabaret at Florida Studio Theater. It runs through February 3rd, but don't wait to get your tickets because they're going fast. FloridaStudioTheater.org. All right, we want to hear more from the guys, more from Unchained Melodies.
Oh, when the sun beats down and melts the tar upon your roof, and your shoes get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah, on a blanket with my baby's where I'll be. Out of the sun, we'll be having some fun. People walking above, we'll be falling in love under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind, you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits. You get all this coverage for a $0 monthly plan premium in most areas, and Humana has a large network of doctors and hospitals. So call or go online today. Find out if your doctor is part of the Humana network and get your free decision guide. Discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. There is no obligation and the book is free.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
We have a wealth of talented young musicians here on the Suncoast, but it's tough to become a professional and expensive. They're all the lessons, especially private lessons, and things you can't buy, like getting an inspirational mentor and training and audition and the business side of music. But now Suncoast youngsters have a very unique opportunity that can change their lives and open up careers. We welcome Key Corral Artistic Director Joseph Calkins to tell us all about their Student Scholar Program. Boy, this sounds amazing, Joseph.
It's a very new program. Actually, a year ago we were just launching a program, but we have 9 student scholars. Are all juniors and seniors in high school, and they're students that plan to pursue music after high school. And so we really want to invest in these kids because we know they're going to blossom to be great musicians, great vocalists, great performers. And so we really are excited about this program. To have 9 of them involved from 3 different county schools is really exciting.
So how do they get chosen?
First off, they have to be really good students, which of course they are. We've heard anyway. And what they also do is their choir director recommends them, and then they go through, they do a little essay for us. They go through a whole competitive audition, and then we select the very best, the cream of the crop for this program.
And you brought 2 of your young student scholars with you today to sing for us. Introduce the first one.
The first one is Dahlia Martinez, and she is a senior at Venice High School, and she's going to be doing a wonderfully coquettish piece by Mozart from The Marriage of Figaro. So take it away, Dahlia.
Che sapete che cosa è amor, tu ne vedete solo nel cor, tu ne vedete solo nel cor, sospiro gemmo senza voler, sospiro peggio sova sover, non tremo pace, non teme, non piace, non è qui così. Voi che sapete che cosa è amor, tu ne vedete solo nel cor, tu ne vedete solo nel cor, tu ne vedete solo nel cor.
Oh, beautiful. And to support this and all their education and community outreach programs, Key Corral presents their annual luncheon, Perfect Pitch. It's on November 12th. It's at the Sarasota Yacht Club. And here's Key Corral scholar, 17-year-old Jillian Steffens. She is from Venice High School, and she has an aria from Puccini to sing us to break. Take it away.
Oh mio bambino caro, mi piace bello, bello, andare sul Pontivecchio, ma per buttarmi in anno mi strago, mi tormento, oh
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
Back. There is great job news in our state. Florida's unemployment rate is at near historic lows, falling to its lowest levels since 2007. Here on the Suncoast, unemployment in Sarasota Manatee fell to 2.8% last month. But there is a downside to these great numbers. Chris Laney from Career Source Suncoast is here with Pete Peterson from Dealers United and Lisa Krause from FCCI to talk about the strain that low unemployment actually puts on employers. Interesting perspective, because I think usually we just celebrate the fact that people have jobs, but that really is a talent issue for a lot of people. So Chris, let's start with you. From a broad perspective, explain how low unemployment can negatively impact Suncoast businesses.
Well, right now there's a lot of conversation around how do we attract talent to the Suncoast. So there's a lot of committees happening with our ECs, our chambers, and they're discussing, do we have to go outside the area to recruit individuals to come to our community? The challenge with that is the amount of money that we're paying those individuals, those wages, as well as housing plays a effect in that, and we know that housing in this area is quite pricey, and so we have to look internally to attracting talent, and that starts with our students.
All right, keeping talent sounds like a
That's
good plan then. All right, so Pete, let me jump to you. You work with car dealerships as part of Dealers United. What are you witnessing in terms of filling open positions?
Yeah, so there's two parts of that. First, there's Dealers United. So we're a tech company serving the auto industry. So tech jobs, obviously, right now, we're trying to train up for that. So there's a lack of tech people in this region, and we're still trying to bring more people and make it more aware that this is a great place to do tech, right? So bringing people from Austin, from Menlo Park, getting them here, getting people out of New York City to this region. Second is the auto dealer side, right? You have an industry that's changing over there, and a lot of people don't look at the sex appeal of going into an automotive dealer to work, right? There's high-paying jobs there. Diesel technicians can make $120,000, right? You've got salespeople that are changing the way that things are going on in auto. So I think people need to take a look and re-glorify blue-collar working and look at the auto dealers as a potential outlet for a job as well.
And we've had that conversation with the schools about, trying to get people back into some of those trades because the trades aren't going away. Okay, Lisa, you are in the insurance industry with FCCI, and that is a sector with fast growth here on the Suncoast. So that's a good thing, but how hard is it for you to find talent with this growth?
Stephanie, there are about 170,000 people who work in the state of Florida in the insurance industry. And one of the issues that we're facing is that it's a maturing workforce. So we expect there to be a huge exit of talent out of the insurance industry, and we're looking for young talent to consider insurance as a career. So with that, the State of Jobs session is really informative to help our students understand what careers are available in the insurance industry.
Let me ask this, for when it comes to students and college, high school, be have you, and they're thinking, okay, there's going to be all these jobs in insurance. What path of study does that equate to, or options of study?
There are so many careers that are available in insurance. Typically, what we're up against is that students think of insurance as it being a commission or sales-oriented career, but the careers are endless. At FCCI, think about it. We have a marketing department. We are looking for accountants, human resources professionals, in addition to underwriters, claims professionals, nurses. The careers are endless, truly.
They just have to look in the right place.
Exactly.
Okay, so you are both participating, both of your companies, in a huge event coming up, the State of Jobs Conference. Chris, I know you created this in 2013. It's very much your baby. So tell us what, you're like, yep. Tell us what the conference is all about.
It's really about exposing students to the careers in our community that the students are most interested in. So we have tracks. Those students select from those tracks, and we bring in top-level industry professionals, including Lisa and Pete, to be able to speak to these students about their particular industry. So the goal was really an opportunity for the students to network with those professionals and ask the tough questions. We don't want to sugarcoat what those industries look like. We want to give them the truth. If you say that you want to be a doctor because you want to make a bunch of money, that may be the wrong reason to be a doctor.
Right.
And so we want to make sure they understand what they're getting into before they get into the actual post-secondary education or their careers.
Well, as Pete pointed out, you can be a diesel technician and make 6 figures and you're not paying for med school.
Yeah.
I don't think kids necessarily understand all that goes into it. So looking at this video, there are a lot of people there. Tell us about the size and scope of the conference.
Yeah, so last year was the first time we went regional, so it includes Manatee and Sarasota County. This year we included DeSoto and Hardy County as well.
Oh, cool.
We have 23 high schools that are participating. That includes public, private, and charter schools. And so regionally we have almost 1,200 students that will be participating during the daytime, high school students, and in the evening we'll have about 300 college students participating in our Mind the Gap at State of Jobs. So it really has been embraced by the business community, the education community, as an opportunity for career exploration.
Well, Nikki and I are both mothers of teenagers in college, so we completely love this idea of anything that gets them jobs when they are done. But from a business standpoint, and please, all of you chime in, why is this so good for businesses to start reaching out to these younger students?
From an economic development standpoint in our community and from an employer's perspective, the fact is that we need talent. That's what sustains the growth in our community, and State of Jobs really helps us manage that issue for us. Really important. I couldn't be more grateful to CareerSource and to Chris for the work he's doing. Very exciting event. When you're there, you see the students are fully engaged, and we have the opportunity to share our story with all of those students.
Pete, how about you getting involved?
Yeah, so I think a lot of it is awareness, right? And kids have to see that there is jobs here in the Suncoast. I think too many kids think, hey, there's no work here when I get done with school, right? Where do I go? And there's a ton of opportunity here. I mean, look at the skyscrapers going up. Look at the businesses that are forming here. There's a lot going on in this region. This isn't the region 10 years ago or 15 years ago. So we have to create awareness to these students to make them aware of what jobs exist here, what companies exist here. There's a new landscape, and obviously FCC has been a big pillar in this region for a long time, but there's a lot of other small businesses here that are growing right now, and it's a great place to do business. So we want to encourage our students just to create awareness around that and see what's here.
All right, a huge thanks to CareerSource for doing this. This is such a great event. Please know this is happening right here on the Suncoast to benefit all of us with economic growth. It is the State of Jobs Conference. It is coming up Tuesday, October 30th. It'll be at Roberts Arena, and hundreds of students will be hearing how great business is here on the Suncoast. For more info, you can visit stateofjobs.org/Suncoast. Coming up next, a look inside the top-ranked cancer treatment center in the Southeast.
Your last chance for 2018 Honda Accords on sale is now during our model year-end sale. Drive new Accords for just $249 a month. Get an Accord, the North American Car of the Year, for less than the competition. With more standard features than Camry, Honda Sensing, multi-angle camera, turbocharged engine, and more. New Accords, just $249 a month. Your last chance for Accords, all on sale this week at your local Honda dealer.
Watch Suncoast View weekdays at 9 a.m. on ABC 7.
This is an ABC 7 news update.
Good morning, I'm Jess Dowdrick. Coming up at noon, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is being scrutinized after showing up to a man's house after he submitted what is advertised as being an anonymous tip on a new statewide app. We'll tell you what happened. And there are new guidelines for transgender students at Sarasota County schools. We'll explain what those are. Now let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scolsey.
So for today, winds will be nice out there on Gulf waters. We'll look for a northeast wind coming in at about 10 knots, increasing a little bit tonight, though, to about 10 to 15. By the time we get to Friday, those winds will be much stronger, and we'll probably have a small craft advisory. 2-foot seas, light chop today. A little bit of cloud cover out there, but not much in the way of rainfall. Same thing holds true over land, not much in the way of rainfall. Look for a daytime high that tops out at about 85. With the sun peeking through the clouds from time to time, we won't have much in the way of a rainfall chance till we get till Friday.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
The top-ranked cancer treatment center in the Southeast is just a short drive up I-75. And every year, over 24,000 patients from Sarasota and Manatee counties go to Moffitt Cancer Center. Here to tell us about the impact this world-class cancer facility has had on her life is cancer survivor Betsy Garner Wyatt. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Happy
sharing
to
your
be here.
story with us. So
Sure.
tell us what led you to Moffitt.
Well, I was diagnosed in 2014 with triple-negative breast cancer, and that's the most aggressive form of breast cancer. And I went for an opinion to Moffitt, and long story short, they saved my life. Moffitt saved my life.
Wow.
Wonderful institution. They put together a team of doctors for me, and I had a roadmap for treatment. And 1 out of 8 women develop breast cancer. Men get breast cancer as well, but not those numbers.
Well, they helped you walk you through a series of treatments. You underwent several procedures. Tell us about them.
Correct. I had everything because I had this triple negative. Therefore, I had chemo, I had mastectomy, I had radiation, and I had reconstruction, a very invasive form of reconstruction, 3 major surgeries. And so the whole process was 3.5 years of a nightmare.
Wow.
But luckily, we have Moffitt so close, and I was able to go there, had wonderful supportive family and friends that drove me there every day for radiation and chemo and everything. And here I am today.
Oh, that's wonderful. I would think the scariest thing is, what do I do now, and how do I know I'm doing the right thing, the very best thing? And you had people you trusted telling you that.
Exactly. I mean, it's a shock when you get any kind of a cancer diagnosis or any type of adversity. And you just have to rely on the people that you trust and go where you feel comfortable.
Yes.
I felt comfortable at Moffitt. And like I say, they laid it all out, and that's where I wanted to go, and they saved my life. My doctors were wonderful.
That's wonderful to hear that they helped you through such a difficult time. I cannot imagine all of the things that you must have been facing at that time. I understand that this was not the first time that your family had dealt with cancer. Why was getting the best treatment possible so important to you at that time?
Well, we've just had a lot of adversity in our family. I lost a brother. My parents lost a son at a young age. And, you know, you just have to seek out, hopefully, the best.
Yeah, the first thing I would say is, I'm going to the best in the world. The best in the world. And then you found, oh, the best in the world is right down
An
the
hour
road.
away. I didn't have to get on an airplane, and I could go close by for 3.5 years,
Wow.
but it was my best option,
And
which was terrific.
the good news is you're celebrating a lot today.
I am. Well, first of all, look at me.
You look fabulous.
Awesome.
But besides that, I just told you all that I'm a new grandmother.
Congratulations.
First grandbaby.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, life goes on.
Yes.
Congratulations. Now, for people that are considering, Moffitt or treatment, what would you tell them?
Well, I would tell anybody, first of all, to get a second opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it was such a shock. I learned about my breast cancer from a yearly to-the-day mammogram.
Oh, really?
And the statistic is 80 to 85% of people have no family history. So I had no idea. So I was in shock. So my doctors told me one thing, and then somebody here, a big benefactor, a big advocate for Moffitt, drove me in her car to Moffitt to see a doctor there. And it just went from there. That's, like I said, where I was comfortable going.
Well, that is a huge part of your success story, and we are thrilled. You are a big part of a luncheon as part of Moffitt. The Sarasota Luncheon to raise awareness and fund life-saving research at Moffitt is coming up on October 31st. Since 1998, Suncoast residents have raised more than $1.2 million to support Moffitt cancer research. To take part in this year's luncheon, go to moffitt.org/Sarasota. We'll be right back.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish! In your face, in your face, in
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When there's the potential for severe weather, you need to know fast. Trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather to get you the information you need right away. We focus on the storms that impact where you live, and we're committed to alerting you with important information as soon as we get it. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you. ABC 7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
Coming up tomorrow on Suncoast View, you are not going to want to miss this. We talked to Ritz-Carlton pastry chef Lindsay. She is in the Food Network competition, and she brought some terrifying creations home with her. We went inside the Ritz-Carlton Sarasota's Halloween display. So amazing what they can do with food. Of course, it's nearly all edible. And don't forget, Lindsay is still in the Food Network Halloween baking competition. She made it through the next round, and we will see her again Monday at 9 p.m. But be sure to stop by the Ritz and check out the ghoulish
Oh, yes. And you can eat all these things.
So talented, incredible talent right here on the Suncoast. And that includes today in the kitchen. We're going to join Social Eatery and Bar and Chef Sheila. Stay with us.
Your Suncoast chefs in your very own home. Check out suncoastview.com for full recipes and videos from our favorite local chefs. This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Jess Dowdrick. Coming up at noon, more police departments are deciding to not only outfit their officers with body cameras, but their four-legged crime-fighting partners as well. We'll show you where that's happening. And America has a new billionaire. One person matched last night's Mega Million numbers. We'll tell you where that winning ticket was sold. Now let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
So today we'll watch for a little increase in cloud cover as the clouds right across Gulf waters on upper level winds. There'll be holes in the clouds from time to time, and we'll certainly see some sunshine mixed in with the cloud cover. But back to the west, this mass of clouds that we see over Texas is part of a low pressure area that'll gradually get closer to us and bring us better chances of rainfall Friday. For today, the clouds that we get do not mean rainfall. In fact, we'll have very little chance of rain. Maybe a sprinkle, that'll be about it. Daytime high, 85.
I feel happiest when I'm out enjoying my favorite things, like spending time in my garden. That's why I need a Humana Medicare Advantage plan.
Many Humana Medicare Advantage plans cover everything from emergency care and hospital stays to doctor office visits and prescription drug coverage. In fact, last year, Humana Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan members saved an estimated $6,900 on average on their prescription costs. Humana has a large network of doctors and hospitals, plans that include vision and dental coverage, and most plans include Silver Sneakers Fitness and a rewards program, all for a $0 monthly plan premium in most areas.
Now I can be happy and healthy and keep enjoying all of my favorite things.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide and see how a Humana Medicare Advantage plan can help keep you enjoying your favorite things.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do. call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000. Or go to mezzoonlylaw.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Welcome back. We're in Rice's Appliance Kitchen with Chef Sheila from Social Eatery and Bar, known to us as Social. So what are you making today?
Well, we're going to try out our 36-hour sous vide pork belly, which I cooked ahead of time.
Thank you,
we're just going to finish it here with our house-made teriyaki sauce. So we're going to learn how easy it is to make your own teriyaki sauce and never buy it again at
Can
the
you
store.
take 30 seconds and explain what sous vide is and means and why you can do it at home?
I'm so glad you asked that.
There you go. Sous vide is basically a temperature and water control bath. So it aerates the water and keeps the temperature at a constant temperature to properly cook food, basically all the way through consistently. It will never overcook.
In a water bath.
In a water bath, so it stays moist, it stays lovely. So I actually
Nikki,
have,
I was going to say, hold up the bag.
this is the bag. We actually vacuum seal it. You can do it in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, you can do it in a regular zipper bag because that's how I do it.
We
but
just
you're
bought
fancier.
yeah, we bought a food saver, and so we just do that, and you put it in your water bath, which again, we've made our own water bath. We're really fancy here.
Yes, I see
And
that.
it keeps the water from evaporating. And basically, you can set your sous vide machine to whatever temperature you're looking to cook. There's apps out there that can also help you to tell you what temperature, in case you're new or you don't know what temperature, internal temperature you're looking for.
So easy.
And the longer you cook it, the more moist and tender and savory it's going to become, but it's never going to overcook.
If you have a foodie on your holiday gift list, they want one. They're like
They do.
down to $100. They're amazing.
And
Okay,
you
enough
cut
with
a hole
that.
in your
There you go.
cooler. So it's going all the way through. I'm sorry.
Okay, yes. So we're
Okay.
there. We've tried to be ingenious because we don't always like to spend a lot of money, and
No,
we
that's
love
great.
things
We
out.
love it.
So we bought a party stacker cooler that's nice. It has the right depth for the water. And then we drilled a hole in the top of the cooler.
awesome.
We went to the hardware store and we bought some O-rings.
love it.
I love
so
it.
literally it fits right inside,
You
and the
could
water
sell
always
this.
stays.
Yeah, I agree. You could patent that. Okay, so now you've taken that meat.
And basically we cubed it up. It's already perfectly cooked. We cooked it to about 180 degrees because we want it to be nice and tender.
Right,
It's
so
pork
you're not
belly.
really cooking it now, you're just crisping.
Now we're just crisping it. It's
Ooh.
already fully cooked.
I'm really glad you did.
So exactly.
That looks
We
amazing.
serve a
it's very
lot of
close to
this.
it.
So we have our crispy pork belly there, and then we're going to
Okay.
make our teriyaki sauce.
Never did this
You
before.
said it's simple.
So teriyaki sauce is so simple. So basically we have our ginger.
Okay.
Fresh
We have
ginger.
some fresh garlic.
So far, so good. I
Right.
can handle this.
We have water. That's easy.
It is. This
An
is
almost equal amount of soy sauce, a little bit more soy than water.
Okay.
And then I prefer to use a raw sugar. You can
All
use
right.
brown sugar or white sugar.
Okay, I just learned something alarming. There's that much sugar in teriyaki sauce?
There is.
sugar.
Oh.
There
Here,
is,
hand me those bowls so
unfortunately.
it doesn't shut off
Yep.
on her.
There you go. And then basically you stir it, you let it come to a simmer just enough to get the sugar to dissolve.
Okay.
And then you add a little bit of cornstarch and water to thicken it.
All right.
And
So
then
you had
have your
equal
nice-
parts water, soy sauce, and sugar, pretty much.
Yes, pretty
Well,
much.
a little bit more soy.
A little bit more soy than the other two, but pretty much equal amounts.
What a great
and
way
then
to make
ginger.
a sauce without preservatives and
And-
all that
yeah.
junk that's in it in the
Ginger,
store.
garlic, and then you thicken it with a little cornstarch, and we have this, and I guarantee it's going to be the best teriyaki sauce you've had.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
You
doubt
will
it.
never. So basically, we take our crispy pork, and then we're just going to toss it with that.
And you mentioned that this is this on the brunch menu?
This is not on our brunch menu. This is on our one of our
Okay.
share plates, though. So you can
Oh,
get
good.
this, and everybody can share it together and have a little bit of fun.
It is
So-
exciting to see what you've done with the menu at Social, because I think
Thank
a lot
you.
of us, we thought what it used to be, which was pizza and meatballs, and now you've made it more global fusion.
Yeah, we want to introduce some fun flavors from all over the world.
That looks
So we've
gorgeous.
got-
Let's bring that over here so we can get a good look at it.
Good look in here. We'll actually.
Oh
put a
yeah,
little bit
make
of-
it all beautiful.
Yeah, we'll make it all pretty.
Oh, actually, you know what? Go ahead and leave it there. They've got a good look right
Oh.
there. That way, Linda's like, don't you take that. So, ladies, dig in and give it a try. Social's such a neat place. I love the atmosphere.
We have forks right there.
Now, yeah, dig in, ladies. Now that the weather is cooling off, to enjoy that patio space
Patio is
behind.
beautiful in the back lounge
Yep,
area. I think we have live
exactly.
music on Thursdays again now,
nice.
so
Good.
it's a perfect place for ladies' night.
Yeah, Yeah, if you're out in the evenings, the great creative cocktails and plates to share, but also a very wonderful
And after a
Sunday
night
brunch.
at the theater, like at Florida Studio Theater, you're right next door, so it's nice to pop over there either before or after a show, which is great.
It is.
And you highlight some of the small plates real quick that you brought in. You said this is a poke?
That is our ahi tuna poke bowl. You can have it with salmon or tuna. We decided to ramp it up a little bit for the fall and the winter to make it a little more hearty. So we have our house marinated shiitake mushrooms, roasted butternut squash, daikon, avocado, and pickled cucumbers.
Oh my
again
gosh.
with our teriyaki sauce.
Right.
We have a roasted beet hummus.
I was going to ask.
Roasted beet
I gotta go in,
hummus.
I'm sorry.
Yep, and pickled vegetables.
Love it.
And then we also have our classic burrata, which is with a black-eyed pea salad.
That's where I'm going.
And charred vegetables.
So many creative things. Chef Sheila's done an amazing thing with the social
Thank you.
menu. So go check it out. Enjoy the cocktails. And those two might let us share the pork belly, but we'll have to see how it goes. Nikki, yeah, Nikki, great to see you. Thanks
Always.
for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you for joining us as well. Enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget to enjoy the Suncoast view. Are those done? I never thought about edamame.